What's up, you guys? This is Lana.
And I'm Mason from Homelessness.
We are going to share with you our 7 reasons of moving out from California, specifically to Florida.
Before we start, I want to give you guys a little bit of info about us. We're recently married. We're both work from home, fully remote. We live in Malibu, California, and we're living to Florida.
I'm the director of the engineering team in fintech company.
And I work in visual effect industry, motion picture, animation, movies, Hollywood movies, TV series, all of them.
Basically, he got the creative part, and I got the logical side of it.
Right mind, left mind.
That's right.
We complete each other.
That's right. We have pretty good and steady income. However, our goal is to become financially independent and eventually quit our 9-to-5 jobs. We have a great plan, which we're going to share with you. One of them is real estate, specifically short-term rentals. We already have one house up and running. It's bringing great money. Our next video is going to be about it. It's in Bakersfield. And now everyone is thinking, why Bakersfield? Who is going to Bakersfield? I know it's really funny, but it's also a valid question. So we will also bring you reasons of why Bakersfield and what kind of money it's bringing.
A couple of months ago, we made this important decision to move out of California. We've been only in California since we moved to the US. All of our friends here, we met here, we got married here. We have this beautiful house, 1 acre land, ocean view. It's beautiful, we absolutely love it. But in order to achieve our goal, which is quitting our 9-to-5 and eventually become financially free, we had to make this decision. And we're gonna share with you the reasons. And if you're in the same situation, thinking about moving out of California to go somewhere else, we dug out some information that might be really helpful for you.
First and the most important one is state income tax. California has one of the highest state income tax, if not the highest. It's from 10 to 12.3%. There are even conversations that state income tax might go up to 16%. I hope it won't happen, but fingers crossed. Versus Florida, it doesn't have any state income tax. Another one which is not as big as state income tax, but sales taxes. California has, and some cities of California, they have up to 9.5% sales tax. Here in Malibu, it's definitely 9.5%. Versus Florida, most cities, they have 6% sales tax.
Another reason is housing affordability. So in West LA, if you're looking for a single family, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house, everything starts from 1.2, 1.3 million. And that's a decent house. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing upgraded, or that's a start. Versus in Southwest Florida, where we're looking at, you can start from $400,000 to $500,000 house. And that's a single family, 3-bedroom, and 10 to 15 minutes away from the ocean. And it's a really nice neighborhood. It's safe. If you want to spend $1.2, $1.3 million in Florida, you can get a really high-end house and possibly waterfront.
An average house in California in general, it's about $850,000 to $870,000. To be able to afford that, you have to have $150,000 to $160,000 annual salary.
So overall, Florida is 4th biggest economy in the US, and the housing affordability is less than states like Washington, DC, or Massachusetts, Oregon. Still cheaper, but the economy is stronger. Another reason is utilities. For example, if you want to put electricity to account, we pay 35 cents per kilowatt in Malibu versus in Florida is 13 cents.
Number 3 is real estate growth. For the past few years, LA has been growing from 7.7% versus Florida, most of the cities, they had about 20 to 23% annual growth. Because of pandemic and work from home, many people moved from big cities to smaller towns. And we believe this might be another reason of LA housing price slowdown. Since 2020, about 400,000 people left from California to Arizona, Texas, Tennessee, Florida as well.
People moving from more crowded areas, more downtown areas to suburb areas. So they have more wiggle room. They can afford a single family house, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house instead of living in a condo or an apartment in in a downtown. LA or California is experiencing declining in population, but more suburb areas such as Bakersfield is increasing in population. So people moving from those crowded areas to suburbs such as Bakersfield. I know it's about an hour and a half drive from LA, but if you're working from home, it doesn't really matter. So if you take this example to account, we're paying about $6,500 a month for rent, plus about $1,000 utilities. Utilities are insane in Malibu. If you put this $7,000 a month, let's say, you can buy this house $1.2 million. If you run these numbers, you would be looking at about $140,000 a year for equity, which is divided by 12 is roughly around $12,000 a month you can build an equity, versus if you keep renting, you won't build any equity.
Number 4 is regulations and restrictions. In LA and in general in California, it's pretty complicated to build anything on your existing property, such as mother-in-law units, ADUs, and tiny houses.
For example, if you have a house that you have a backyard that you can easily add another door, which is mother-in-law unit, or turn your garage to a separate address, that you can rent it out, or have Airbnb running on that property. It will be slightly complicated to get all of these paperwork sorted, and it will cost a lot of money. Versus in Florida, it will be easier to go after all of these permits. Of course, it depends on the zoning, but in general, Florida or Texas or Tennessee, these states are slightly looser in terms of getting the permits. So in LA, overall, if you want to list out your property in Airbnb, it's really restricted. You have to go through some minimum nights, which is like mostly in downtown Santa Monica or most parts of LA, you have to go 30 nights minimum per stay. But Florida is slightly better in terms of regulation and restriction for Airbnb or short-term rental in general. Of course, you have some restrictions, but the area that we're looking at is 7 nights minimum, but no one really enforcing that law. And all they're asking is just getting a permit, which is just 1 day work. Another note about California is not even top 10 states to start a small business, versus if you want to find the best or most entrepreneur-friendly state, is first is Florida and second is Texas.
Number 5 is homelessness. In 2020, the number of the homeless people was 66,000, and it's predicted to grow every year. There are about 150,000 homeless people in California, and out of those 150, 65 to 66,000 people are in LA. And unfortunately, we don't see much improvements or any practical solution being implemented. On the other hand, Florida has much less homeless population. The county we are going, there's only 2,000 homeless people, and it's not predicted to grow as fast as in LA.
If you go to certain parts of LA, even though they're really nice, places like Mar Vista, Venice, that they used to be great. If you go walk in the sidewalks, you see miles of homeless and tents. It smells really bad. You see a lot of drug being used. You see a lot of mentally challenged people, unfortunately. And this is not somewhere that we would like our family to grow around. Another reason is traffic and population. If you want to go around in LA, it will be really pain in the butt to maneuver between traffic. Highways are jam-packed. Finding parking is difficult. It's nothing easy. California in general has 40 million people in it, versus Florida has about 22 million. So in LA, if you want to go to places, there is always line. There is always something to wait for. Versus Florida, everything is more spaced out, and we enjoy that. If you want to compare population density, LA is about 8,500 people per square mile, versus Florida is about 2,500 people per square mile.
Last but not least, nature and lifestyle. In Southwest Florida alone, there are about 50 miles of beautiful beaches. Take number 1 beach in US, which is Siesta Key. It's only 1 hour away from us. We're moving to Fort Myers, which has amazing white beach with a beautiful turquoise warm water all year round.
Of course, Florida is more humid than California. It gets pretty warm in summer. She's always cold, even in the summer. She's always cold in California. So I think what's going to work out for us, but some people may not like that humidity. We are confident it's not going to be an issue for us.
Yeah. But if you don't like humid weather, it's something to consider.
Of course, Florida comes with tropical storm, hurricane, a lot of crazy weather, but also California comes with earthquake, wildfires. It depends how you like to die. So.
But since Florida is one of the best vacation destinations for the US, it's perfect for us to invest and grow our short-term rental business.
With all that said, don't we love California? Of course we do. We met here, we love it in here. Weather is great, all of our friends here, all of our memories here. But in order to achieve the goal that we have, which is quitting 9 to 5, we have to take this step and take this downside. Downside, of course, is leaving all the friends behind. But we're excited for this new lifestyle that we're gonna experience. We don't mind that. It's something that we're super excited for. Going to new places that we've never been before, restaurants, culture, lifestyle. So this is something that we're looking forward to. Also, life is all about experience. You only learn when you experience something. You only learn and you only have a story to tell when you try something new. As a wise man said once, some people live 90 years, some people live 1 year 90 times. It depends on you which side you want to be on.
So you guys, we're going to drive from Los Angeles to Fort Myers in July. In the middle of the summertime, it's going to be really challenging, but a lot of fun. So our goal is to share with you our journey to financial freedom and how we quit our 9 to 5 jobs. Hopefully we do so, because we are still employed and we have 2 full-time jobs.
So one reason we picked this vacation rental, real estate, short-term rental business is because you can add a lot of creativity in it. You can buy a land, do a lot of different things in it. You can buy a house, turn it to something else, and create an experience for people who's gonna rent and stay in your property. But we're gonna share with you our shortcuts, our mistakes, our success and progress. Hopefully it will save you guys some time and money. So stick around, hopefully see you guys soon.
Cheers!